Thank you. I just want to talk to you about apprentices and some of the great things that they do. So my name's Simon, but we went to university together, so we go back a long way. So I work in Essex. I'm from Bolton, still live in Bolton, but I just wanted to explain to you who Essex Highways are. So Ringway Jacobs is made up of Vinci and Jacobs, but Essex Highways is the bit that I wanted to talk about. It's a partnership with Essex Council, but in the partnership, so the people I manage, there's about 150 Essex County Council people. So it's a real mix of local authority and private sector. And we're 13 years into a 15-year contract. So we've kind of been working with apprentices and doing a lot of work around social value. Today, though, I want to talk to you about apprentices. So we've got around 50 operative and ICE and I/T and other apprentices within the partnership. And of them, 35 of them are on the ICE training scheme. Ben and a colleague came to us about 6 months ago and said, we're nearing the end of our degree apprentice. We think we can improve it and make some changes. So we empowered them and said, okay, come back to us with a proposal. They came back with a proposal to the board that was agreed to, and we've let them run with it. They've done everything from recruiting those apprentices in, onboarding them, arranging all the IT, you name it, they've done it. And it just shows that if you've got the trust in your apprentices, they can go a long way and they can do a lot more than you probably think they can. So I'll hand over to Ben. I'm just here as the warm-up act. Thanks.
Good morning. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Benjamin Crossley. I work with Simon in Essex Highways in development management, delivering Section 278 and 38 schemes. I've been an apprentice for 6 years now. I joined Ringway Jacobs as a level 3 apprenticeship on an apprenticeship program. I graduated that and was able to achieve EngTech status with the ICE. So after finishing my level 3, they gave me the opportunity to progress to a level 6 degree apprenticeship. And I started my 4th year last week, looking to graduate next summer and hopefully sit my endpoint assessment and achieve IEng with the ICE next winter. So what was our goal in sort of streamlining our apprenticeship program? We saw a bit of a disconnect between the academic qualifications, the ICE evidence you need to submit, and the work-based progress. So our goal was to essentially merge everything and have everything working together as one sort of program. So when we originally progressed the idea to Simon, it was a 4-year degree program. However, the university have now made it a 5-year degree. So you can see from the screen, it's quite an intense 5 years and there's quite a lot of academic studies to it. So we start in September and we finish end of July. So we only really get 1 month to sort of have a bit of downtime and a bit of chill time and catch up with friends and enjoy the summer. So you'll see structures features quite heavily in the degree, and primarily only one apprentice would be in structures. So they only get the benefit of implementing what they learn at university to their workplace. So we're thinking, if we can do a structured rotation around a couple core areas of the business, they can put what they're learning at university into progress and implement schemes based on that. So if I just quickly show you. So these are the attributes an apprentice will need to achieve in order to go for IEng with the ICE after their degree. And you need to hit every attribute 3 times with knowledge, experience, and ability. So there is quite a lot of work there and quite a lot of technical reports you need to write in order to progress with the ICE. So we was looking at core areas within Ringway Jacobs where we can rotate apprentices so they can get the most out of their apprenticeship program and rotation scheme that we're looking to implement. So how did we achieve this? So we started by undertaking surveys with the teams. We had structures, development management, highways design, maintenance and operations, asset management, commercial and finance. So it was really understanding what the teams do, how we can develop the teams and how the teams can feed into not only the ICE attributes, but what the apprentices will be learning at university. We also saw our vacancies, saw how many we could take on and how we can develop the program that way by using the teams. So we arranged meetings with all of the teams to understand all of this information. We then took it to Simon and the board with a detailed breakdown of what we ascertained through them conversations, identified the core areas, durations of rotations, and how many apprentices we could actually take on this year. So the areas that we found was highways design, structures, development management, and then it was a 6-month split between construction and maintenance, because we really want to get these apprentices the site-based experience as well, so they know how to manage jobs on the ground, they know how things are installed. Equally, we selected development management because we do a lot of on-site testing, CBRs, DCPs, we do dipping, so it's really getting them well-rounded experience, both design-wise and on-site. So once we identified the core areas, we did a basic roadmap, which you can see here. So Apprenticeship A will start in structures in summer, which I have done, and then next year go to highways design and so on. So I mentioned previously it was a 4-year degree when we was looking to implement this program, which is why the rotation is 4 key areas. Now that they've done the 5th year, we've decided to keep it as a 4-stage rotation. However, the 5th year will be in their permanent placement, to where the apprentice got on with the work best, sort of enjoyed what they did, and then that way they have a bit of stability for their final year of university. So, as Simon said, he handed everything over to us, to myself and my colleague, to run this. So we actually wrote the job description for the apprenticeship program as well, detailing it was a rotation, where you would rotate, how the rotation works, what it's all linked with. And what was quite interesting is the applications we have wasn't just from Essex, it was from all across the UK. We had people from Scotland willing to relocate for this opportunity, people from Ireland. So it's a great opportunity, and we really need more people in the industry to think about structured rotations, because our company in Essex, sort of implementing this, got sort of recognition across the whole of the United Kingdom. So, as Simon said, we wanted to make the apprenticeship program run a bit better, and we wanted it to really feel like a network of apprentices. So we organised an onboarding week for the 4 apprentices that joined us. In this week, we sorted everything out, their IT, all of their paperwork, PPE. We had Simon come in to talk to them, to introduce them to the business. We had different teams and organisations come in to talk to them about what they do, how they can expect to deliver things. So it was just a great week. They met loads of people. I don't expect them to remember much, because it was quite a busy week for them. But it just got them to introductions to the business. They knew who they were working with, so they wasn't coming into the company not knowing anybody. So their second week in the organisation, when they started in their teams, they had some knowledge of who people were and who to talk to. So the apprentices actually started with us, I think it was 6 weeks ago now. So the onboarding week was 6 weeks ago, and they started their university 2 weeks ago. And what's been great is the feedback we've been getting so far is really positive, and they're saying they've enjoyed the rotation scheme and they're looking forward to rotating, and everything's just been positive so far. So we are looking at doing this rotation scheme next year, but potentially taking on 8 apprentices instead of 4. So for our next steps, we're looking at going to a lot more career fairs. So the photo on the left is actually at the Braintree District Council Careers Fair. We have the ARU Science Festival coming up end of October, which we're going to. And Ringway Jacobs have also started looking at T-level placements. So essentially, people that are going to college and studying engineering are coming in and doing work-based placement with us. So we're looking at sort of getting them interested in thinking about apprenticeships that way, just so we can bring the apprentices in that way. So yeah, just to summarise, really, it's a rotation scheme, and at the moment it's going well. So hopefully we can come back next year with some positive news about how the rotation went and how the apprentices are getting on. So thank you for listening.